Okay, looks like we're live. Hello, bookworms. My name's Jade, and this is Bedtime Bookworm. That's not my intro. It's been so long since I've filmed a video because if you don't know, I just got back from being out of town. But this is my channel. This is a Goodreads live stream. So if this is the first time that you've seen me do one of these, basically what I'm going to be doing is going through my Goodreads shelves and cleaning them up a little bit, culling them a little bit, organizing them. I have a really intense Goodreads shelving system with lots of extra shelves and lots of extra tags and things. I do have a video explaining my shelving system. It's linked down in the description box. It's a couple years old. A few things have changed, but most things are still the same. So today, what we're going to be doing is continuing what we have been doing for the past couple of weeks and focus on looking at series. So I have a lot of series that I want to read and that I'm interested in reading. Sorry, I was distracted by my dog. And just a lot of series that I've heard about. So I need to go through and figure out which ones I actually want to read and which ones I just maybe want to read, all that good stuff. So if you guys have read or know anything about the books that I'm talking about and you have opinions, please let me know because it might help me decide whether I want to keep it on the shelf that it's on or not. But let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I checked the last live stream and the book that we stopped on was Witchmark. So I'm going to keep going from there. I thought we'd done like almost all the books on this shelf, but there's actually still quite a lot. Oh, and this is my unfinished series shelf. Hey, Boundless Book Owl. Thanks for joining me. So we currently have 129 books on the shelf. This is my unfinished series shelf, and basically I want all of the books on this shelf to be one, unfinished series, and two, be ones that I'm not sure if I want to read. And then once they become finished, I will be moving them either to my TBR series shelf or like I have a TBR maybe, a TBR probably. So once a series is finished, that's when it'll go onto those shelves. Unless it's a series that even though it's not finished, I'm like 100% sure I want to read. And those are going on this TBR series unfinished shelf. I started the shelf thinking that it would have like max 20 series on it. And we're not even done going through these and there's already 41. So I honestly it's depressing to think about all the books that I want to read. And I'm probably not going to read all 41 of these series, sadly. Hi, Olga. Hey, on the Fritz. Thanks for joining. Anyways, let's go down to where we left off, which was with Witchmark. So I'll open a few of these. Your goal is to do this in the next month? Awesome. I hope that my shelving system gave you some ideas of ways that you could organize your shelves. I hope you guys are having a good week. I cannot wait for it to be Friday, which it's just tomorrow, so I don't have to wait very long. But I'm still recovering from being out of town. Anytime I travel for work or for fun, I always need some recovery time afterwards. Okay, so I already know this book is moving off the shelf. It is still an unfinished series. The first one's the only one that's come out. The second one has a cover and title was recently revealed. Hi, Sarah. The second one is called The Camelot Betrayal, and it's coming out this fall. Is that right? November 10th, yeah, in the fall. And I'm very excited about it, but I already 100% know I'm reading this book. So this needs to go on to that TBR, there we go, TBR series unfinished shelf. I'm going to try to wait until it's done being published. Excuse me. I think it's just a trilogy, but I'm not sure. Man, who went and gave this 3 stars? Those boogers. I bet someone gave it 3 and someone gave it 5 and someone gave it 1 or something. Yeah. So, these people. It hasn't even come out yet. I haven't read Guinevere Deception, but I want to. I've heard mixed things. Some people really like it, and I've heard a few people say that they didn't like it or thought it was boring. I think it's kind of like a character-focused novel. So maybe some people thought it was boring because of that. But I definitely want to read it. I'm a big Kirsten White fan. I actually just recently, it'll be in my February wrap up, but I finished her Conqueror saga, the Vlad the Impaler retelling that's gender swapped, and it was so good. It was so good. So I'm definitely going to be reading this. Aurora Rising. This one I'm on the fence about. I have enjoyed the Illuminae Files, which was written by these authors together, but I've heard not stellar things about this book, although you wouldn't know it from these ratings. Look, they're mostly 5 stars. That kind of surprised me. Let's see what my Goodreads friends see. Melanie gave it 2 stars. Oh, but April gave it 5, 4, 1, 3, 4. Okay. Definitely was expecting to see more lower ratings than this. Hey, reads. Probably an hour and a half this time. I've done 2 hours sometimes, and I don't know, that always seems a little bit long, but 1 hour always seems a little bit short. So I think I'm going to try doing another hour and a half. I know, I hate when people, oh, you know what? I just learned this cool trick I can do. I think I can, yeah, I can click on comments to make them show up on the screen. But yes, I also hate when people rate a book that hasn't come out yet. It's not fair. You just read the first book in the Illuminae Files and you liked it. I'm so happy. It was a lot of fun, and in my opinion, I think the series just gets better. I'm not sure if everybody else will agree, but that's what I think. I really enjoyed it. Let me tilt this down a little bit more. The only thing about showing the comments like that is that I have to switch the screen or window that I'm looking at, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, but at least that way you guys can know what comment I'm responding to. So this I'm going to leave on the shelf because I'm on the fence about whether or not I'm going to read it. Like if I had to put it on one of my other shelves, I would put it on probably. And so because of that, I'm going to leave it on unfinished, but I will go ahead and do the genre. So it's sci-fi, and I also want to let it be known that it's mostly 5 stars. So yeah, I guess it had more of a positive reception than I thought. Is this even a series? I know I put this on my list because of Mira Grant. But I guess I don't know if there are other books in the series. Nobody I know has read it. Honestly, I feel like this is a maybe. This came out in 2019? It did. I feel like nobody was talking about this, even though this is a really popular author. But I don't know that many people that are reading books in the Alien universe anyways. I do like the movies. Why did I think this was part of the series? Okay. Oh, I guess because there's other Alien books. But I think this can be read as a standalone. So I'm going to put this on my TBR maybe shelf. I'm pretty much only interested because of who the author is. But other than that, I'm interested in aliens, but I have so many other books that I want to read that I'm not that interested. So I'll move that to my maybe shelf. Yeah, Ezra was a good character. I liked him a lot too. He's pretty funny. And it's been a really long time since I read Mortal Instruments, but I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. Okay. So this one, I'm definitely going to be reading because it was nominated for the BookTube SFF Awards. If you guys don't know, I am judging 3 categories in the BookTube SFF Awards, one of which is sci-fi, and this was one of the sci-fi nominations. So I'm definitely reading this. It's going to go on my next TBR, but my next TBR doesn't start until March. So for now, I guess I will put it on TBR series unfinished because I'm planning to read it. But I can't put it on my like up next shelf yet or anything, even though I'm going to be reading it very soon. I'm really excited about reading this one. Oh, look, it's got mostly 5 stars. I guess I can do this stuff too. Oh, genre's done and mostly 5 stars already done. Nice. Good job, Past Jade. But yeah, a lot of people really like this. Kalinati gave it 5 stars. My cousin Shannon gave it 5 stars. Oh, Roya only gave it 3. But yeah, I've heard really good things about it, so I'm super excited about reading that one. Okay, Crown of Feathers. Amazon had the book really cheap. I'm guessing you're talking about the one I was just looking at, A Memory called Empire. That's pretty cool. I'm going to have to check and see if it's still cheap or not. But I think I'm able to get it from the library, so I should be okay. This is a series that my friend Elliot Brooks really, really liked. I don't know if it's done. It's not done. The second book just came out, I think last month, this month, something like that. So it is unfinished. Question is, how sure am I that I want to read it? Like if I had to pick a shelf, I would pick probably. So I think that it needs to stay on this unfinished series shelf. A lot of good reviews though. I'm very interested, but I think it's going to stay put for now. This book is not familiar to me at all. It's so funny when that happens. Oh, it was the German Amazon. Yeah, might not be the same price for me. Yeah, the covers for the Crown and Feather series are beautiful. Got a couple people saying that. But you heard mixed things. Well, yeah, I have a little bit too, but mostly positive. Okay, time travel adventure. I like the sound of that. Let's just double check if it's still unfinished. I'm guessing it probably is. No, even though this came out in 2013. 13, 14. How many books are in this series? It was not published in 2017, but it looks like that's a novella anyways. Okay, book 8, book 9, book 10. I wonder if these are like episodic. There's so many of them. There's so many novellas. 11, expected publication 2020. Does it say anything about it being the last one? No. I'm going to leave this on the shelf for now because it seems to be unfinished and I am not sure if I want to read it or not. Sounds interesting. Time travel adventure. Crier's War. I was excited about this coming out, but I'm not sure if I've really heard much about it. So it does have a second book coming out this year. Let's look at the synopsis. Oh, no way. You just finished just one damn thing recently, and it was fun, very character-driven and witty. That is a good endorsement. I like the sound of that. I don't mind character-driven. I don't mind character-driven as long as there's still a plot. Sometimes I struggle when there's a lack of plot. A human servant rising in the ranks, dreams of avenging her family's death. Okay. Okay, I'm intrigued. Fantasy, YA. Oh, I totally thought this was an adult book. It is not. Ooh, Melanie gave it 5 stars. That's high praise. Uh-oh, someone gave it, DNF'd it. My friend Jen gave it 4.5 stars. Okay. Ooh, Delaney gave it 4 stars. Slow burn enemies to lovers. That spans across species. That sounds intriguing. Sometimes I struggle with enemy to lovers because I have a hard time finding it believable. But if it's slow burn, that sounds like I would find it more believable. Oh my gosh, a lot of people want to read this book. Oh, if I like the plot style of Uprooted, you think I would like Just One Damn Thing. I did really like Uprooted, so that's good to know. All right, this is staying on the shelf because I think I want to read it, but I don't know. We'll wait and see what things look like when it's done. Is this really unfinished? Oh, the second book came out in 2019 and don't see anything about a third book. I don't want to look too closely at the synopsis of the second book. I just like to try and see if it says like end of the duology or something like that to let me know, or like if it says it's the second book in a trilogy. Okay, I feel like I heard about this book from a booktuber, but who was it? I don't know. Okay, Kayla gave it 4 stars. My friend Leanna gave it 4 stars too. And not a lot of people have read it. All right, let's see what it's about. Because it looks like it's a completed series. At least there's no plans for another book. So actually, I wonder if the author's page will say. But let's take a look. The war is over. Political intrigue. All right, there's not a whole lot in there that really grabs my attention. Is that the only question? Yes. Okay, so that doesn't help. Well, I guess we'll just assume that it's done, and I'm gonna put it on my maybe shelf. Maybe if I hear a few more people talk about why they like it, I might be interested. It was nominated for Best Fantasy. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I wish more people I knew had read it. Okay. Calculating the Stars. This one, I feel like a lot of people have really liked. I don't know how many books it's going to be. That's weird. It says 2014. Maybe because it's a novella, it doesn't have a cover. 2018. Okay, this is coming out. Oh, it's going to be 4 books. Okay. So, question is, how sure am I that I want to read this? I feel like I'm pretty sure I want to read it. Okay, who else has read it? Cindy Pham gave it 4 stars. Caitlin gave it 4 stars. Oh, Cass gave it 5. I feel like I would really like this. Oh, my friend Rachel gave it 4 stars. Okay, I want to read this. This is going on my, this shelf is, the TBR series Unfinished is getting out of control. It's already got over 40 books on it. That's just the 40 books that are first books in a series. Like, I'm never going to get through them all. It's so sad. Almost mostly 5 stars. It's like off by 10. That's crazy. Okay, so that's been moved. And then did I put this on sci-fi yet? Genre, sci-fi. Oh, they changed the name of the series. Pretty sure the name of the series was Gideon the Ninth, I think. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So I'm definitely reading this because it's one of the BookTube SFF sci-fi nominations. So this is going to go on TBR series Unfinished. And then once my TBR is officially going, starting in March, I will put it on like my must read soon shelf or whatever. It's mostly 5 stars. That's what I was going to do. Genre, sci-fi, mostly 5 stars. Okay. I think we're good. Spin the Dawn. I don't know how many books are in this series. Maybe just 2. These covers are so pretty. I always really like when covers in a series are like cohesive and have a cohesive look. I like the way these 2 look together. So this book, people have pitched as Project Runway meets Mulan, which sounds interesting. I'm not sure about the Project Runway part, but I like the Mulan part, if I could talk. This is why my videos have so many cuts in them, because I just stumble over my words constantly. When a royal messenger summons her ailing father, once a tailor of renown, to court renown, Maya poses as a boy and takes his place. That does sound cool. Who's read this book? Does sound like a fun time. A lot of people gave it 5 stars. All right, I feel like if I had to shelve this right now on one of my other shelves, it would be on my probably shelf. So I'm going to leave it here on my unfinished shelf. And how many books is this going to be? Maybe 2. Does it say if that's it? Does not say. This is going to stay on this shelf. I'm unsure if I want to read this. Have I read Rin Shepeko? I feel like I read one of her books and didn't like it. But I want to try more of her books because I think that was her debut. Oh yeah, The Bone Witch, which I know, I should probably, this was back when I was giving out 1 stars a little more liberally. I want to try more of her books, but I tried to read The Bone Witch and I was utterly bored and I DNF'd it. I've been really interested in reading The Girl from the Well, which is a horror book. I've also considered retrying The Bone Witch because so many people really like this series. And I feel like maybe I wasn't patient enough for it. I don't know. But now, like, going into it knowing that a lot of people love it, I think will help me to, I don't know, read more of it than I did last time. So I'm tempted to read that. And because of that, I'm interested, because so many people like her Bone Witch series, I'm interested in trying this series, but I'm unsure. Hi, Jake. Sorry, I'm catching up on comments. Sarah, I'm not sure which book you're referring to that you just bought because I missed the comment when it first came out. But I hope it lives up to all the praise too. I have not bought a book just because I fell in love with the cover. Not that I can remember. Definitely not like since I've started booktubing. I might have done that a long time ago when I was like a teenager. But even when I was a teenager or like younger, I would always like read synopses in the bookstore before I bought something. I was not much, I mean, the cover of a book can attract me enough to pick it up and to look at the synopsis, but the synopsis has to catch my attention too. Okay, so I'm going to leave this on the shelf. This one is probably also going to stay on the shelf. I don't know that much about this. Expected publication 2020, but it still doesn't have a cover. This better be late 2020. That's kind of suspicious. I would think Harper Teen would have already released a cover by now, but maybe they're just still working on it. I think this is like an African-inspired fantasy, which I'm always interested in. Born into a family of powerful witch doctors. Hey, Miss and Mayhem. There's a Demon King. Oh, wow. Riley gave it 4 stars, said she was really impressed. It was a lot darker than I anticipated. Interesting. Book was crazy. Interesting. I'm very tempted. Oh no, someone DNF'd it. Rich blend of a fantastical world building and magic. Okay. 2 stars, DNF, 1 star, DNF. Anyways, I'm unsure. So I'm going to leave it on this unfinished series shelf. This does not ring a bell at all. Ooh, but this caught my attention. Dexter Meets This Savage Song. Dark fantasy about a girl who sells magical body parts on the black market until she's betrayed. That sounds so good. You're really drawn to Foundry Side. It does have a really nice cover. I definitely plan to read Foundry Side at some point. I'm pretty sure it's on my TBR unfinished series shelf because I'm sure I want to read it. I'm just hopefully waiting for it to be a completed series, but I've heard really good things about it. So I would venture to say that you might like it, Jennifer, just because I've heard really good things. This is funny. Nita doesn't murder supernatural beings and sell their body parts on the internet. Her mother does that. That's really funny. And now I want to read this. This is a YA book? I feel like nobody was talking about this book. Who's read it? Whoa, that's not a good start. Huge disappointment. Oh. Okay, well, I'm still intrigued. Austin reread it and still loved it. Dark and morbid. That sounds interesting. Man, it does sound interesting. Okay. How many books is it going to be? Okay, the second book already came out. Third book is coming out. I'm going to leave this on the shelf for now. Okay, so I've been wanting to get into Tad Williams, and I think that's why this book is on here. But hold on, I think my dogs are about to go crazy. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. My husband just came home and I just knew that the dogs were going to start barking if they couldn't go to him. Okay. Oh, it looks like this might be set in the same world as his Dragon Bone Chair series. Have any of you guys read Ted Williams before? I feel like I've heard about his books a lot, but, well, not a lot on BookTube just because they're older. Okay, so this is a sequel trilogy, which means I don't think I want this on my TBR until I've read the first trilogy. If you haven't read the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn books. Okay. Is that what this series is? Yes. All right, so where did I? Yeah, I put this on my TBR series shelf. How many books are in this series? 1, 2. These covers are terrible. This one's not bad. I don't like this cover, and I don't like this cover. But, I mean, look at these publication dates. They're really old. So it's just a trilogy. You loved Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn books. That makes me excited. So what I think I'm going to do, actually, is remove this book, which would crown from my TBR, because I want to wait until I've read the original trilogy. So I'm just going to delete it for now. Or actually, it is unfinished, so I feel like it's kind of safe to sit here. Yeah, this isn't even coming out to 2021. Okay, I'm just going to leave it on my unfinished series shelf, and then hopefully I read Memory, Sorrow, and Thorns before this series is completed. We'll see. So I'll leave that for now. Let's see. So this is, oh, okay. They don't even have the next book in the series like listed on Goodreads. This is an audiobook that my friend Murphy Napier narrated and said was really, really good. It's a thriller, but I kind of want to wait until, although with thriller sequels, they're usually like, you know, episodic. It's not like I necessarily need to read them close together. But I wonder if anybody else has read it. Oh, look, it's a Kindle Unlimited book. Let me add that to I have the Kindle Unlimited shelf, which I know that things come on and off Kindle Unlimited, but I kind of like having a list of things because every once in a while I get offers like from Amazon to have Kindle Unlimited for really cheap for a few months. And if I could have like a TBR just like ready to go for those months. See, Murphy loved it. But I don't think very many other people have read it. Okay. Steph gave it 4 stars. My friend Rachel marked it as Kindle Unlimited. I think I'll leave it on this shelf. I don't know when or if there will be more books in the series, but they put number 1 on there. Let me see if I click on the author's name. Okay, it's just part 1 to their story. I'm working on part 2. This came out in 2019. Okay, so it's just now 2020. All right, I will leave that alone. This doesn't ring a bell to me. Okay, see, these covers don't go together. I don't understand when people do that. And by people, I mean publishing houses or whatever. Okay, so there's going to be 3 books in the series, so definitely unfinished. What does the synopsis say? How do you say that? Aurelia is a princess. They call her a witch. Now my dogs are trying to get back into my office. Okay. I mean, nothing super attention grabbing, but interesting. Alexa gave it 4 stars. Carrie gave it 3, 4. DNF 4 of the debut. Princess fighting to get back save her kingdom, but it does it pretty effectively with an interesting world and magic system. Gloria gave it 4 stars. Okay. This is going to stay on the shelf because I don't know for sure if I want to read it. All the Stars and Teeth. Is this the what's it called? Anastasia retelling? No. Mermaids. It says mermaids. Thrilling fantasy. I have not read Caraval. I've heard a lot of mixed things about it, and I don't like Throne of Glass. So, Princess of an Island Nation or Kingdom. Wait, I don't see anything about mermaids here. Okay, it definitely says mermaids up here. Give me just a second. Okay. All right. So this would be a maybe for me. Let's see how many books it's going to be. Okay. Oh, this just came out this year. All right, I'm going to leave it on unfinished. I feel like a lot of these are going to stay on unfinished, but I'm sure there's going to be a handful that I put on my TBR shelf. So this is a sci-fi book that I recently heard about. It came out last March. I think it's supposed to be kind of scary. Maybe not. Okay, that's not a good start. Okay, I knew I'd heard good things about it. Both of them rated it 5 stars. Not a lot of people have read it. How many books is it going to be? No release date. Second book. Looks like there was a cover release, even though they didn't put it on. At least Goodreads isn't displaying it. All right, I'm just going to leave that where it is. Author of one of BuzzFeed's greatest fantasy books of 2013. I feel like I've heard of this author before. Okay. Those two books both came out in 2019. This is coming out in 2020. All right. I'm intrigued. I love dragons, so with dragons on the cover and the title being Dragon Slayer, although maybe that doesn't mesh so well with my love of dragons. Has anybody read this author before? I don't know what other books they wrote. This one, Wolf of the North, 2016. What is the 2013 series that blurb was talking about? Oh, it's an author from Ireland. Okay, The Tattered Banner. I haven't heard of it. Oh, it's on Kindle Unlimited. I don't know anybody that's read it. Okay. Okay, what shall I do? I think I'm going to leave this here because I don't know that much about it. Do I know anybody that's read it? There's a giveaway. I'm tempted to enter the giveaway. I just don't know how much I really want to read it. Okay, Rachel gave it 3 stars. Plot was predictable with lackluster characters. She and I don't have the same taste in books, though, so take that with a grain of salt. Okay, I'm just going to leave this here for now. System Divine. Les Miserables meets Lunar Chronicles. That's interesting. Okay. One Shared Destiny. The ratings look pretty good. Street Savvy Thief. I love characters like this. Anybody who's street savvy, I love, and I think it's because I am very much not street savvy. Okay, I'm intrigued by this. Reimagining of Les Miserables. Interesting. 4, 4, 3, 5. Lots of people are interested in it. I'll leave it on the shelf. I feel like most of these are definitely going to be unfinished series at this point. This one might be finished by now. Forgery of Magic. Okay, definitely unfinished. Okay, lackluster ratings. Oh, but we got some 4s. Oh, we're gonna give it 1. I think I'm gonna leave it on this shelf. Yeah, those ratings look okay, but not ideal. Hmm. Two books a year, man. This must be a self-published author. So it looks done to me. It means I have to decide. Uh-oh. Okay. Fantasy romance. Okay. Yeah, 9 Star Press LLC sounds like a self-published author, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, of course. Thinking a maybe. Well, I love that this book is set in a world where no one cares about gender and two people of the same gender can be married off to each other. Found the rest of the story somewhat disappointing. That's sad. Hi, Drew. I'm glad you could make it. All right, this is TBR maybe. Not super interested in it. So, Drew, we are continuing to go through my series shelves. Right now, we're doing my unfinished series shelf, checking to see if these series are really unfinished and if I want to put them on a different shelf or not. So, it looks like the second book is coming out in 2020. It's going to be a duology, so this will be finished soon. What? Assassin? Okay, I don't want to read too much about the sequel. Less. Show me less. Okay. This sounds really interesting. I love like sister dynamics and this sister being chosen as basically a death sentence. She's going to be killed to join the sick king in the afterlife. But the sister is desperate to save her, like totally giving me Hunger Games vibes. And I love sister relationships. Oh no, but the ratings look not good. That's failing my rating test, isn't it? Which is a made up rating test that I have. Um, a book fails my rating test when it has mostly mostly 3 stars. Like that's, or less. If it has less than 3 stars, that's not a good sign either. Middle Eastern inspired. 4 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars. Spooky to read. Is this really going to be spooky? I love spooky. I want to know what this person's rating or shelving system is because I saw something earlier. I think it was probably the same person that had it. It was like 9M or something. So I'm very curious how they're shelving things. Okay. I guess this is staying on the shelf. I find the synopsis very interesting, but doesn't have the greatest reviews so far. This one is definitely an unfinished series. I'm not sure how many. 3 books. I'm intrigued by this because Adam Silvera doesn't usually write fantasy, but I actually haven't heard that much about it. Oh, and the ratings don't look great either. Again, mostly 3 stars. gritty, fast-paced adventure about two brothers caught up in a magical war, generations in the making. Okay. This doesn't sound good. Non-existent world building, plot holes galore, and plenty of cringe to go around. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't been hearing the greatest things about this, but it'll stay on this unfinished shelf for a little bit. Now, this series, I think, might be finished by now. No, the last book is coming out this year. I'm actually going to put this, I know I'm going to put this on my TBR shelf because I own this book, right? I'm pretty sure I do. Do I have it marked as owned TBR? Where are the O's? I don't have it marked as owned TBR. I thought I owned this book. Let me check. Where's my Kindle app? I thought I bought this book on a sale. How do I? No. Big ship. Not a bug ship, a big ship. Maybe I don't own this book. I thought I bought this. Anyways, I guess I can't figure that out right now. I really thought I bought that book. Weird. Anyways, it's not finished. Let's see who else has read it. Okay. Take a long way to a small angry planet, replace the alien crew members with humans, but keep it diverse and queer AF, and add lots of action and also magic. That sounds so good. I really do think I bought this book, though. Maybe I bought it as an audiobook. I'll have to look at it later. Cass didn't like it. Delaney gave it 5 stars. My friend Mariah's read it twice. Yeah, I really want to read it. Okay, this is definitely going on my series TBR shelf. Whether or not I own this, I'm pretty sure I do, though. I don't know why it's not showing up in my Kindle app. I need to read it soon. Okay. I see a few on here that I know are going to get added to my TBR shelf. This one, I don't know. Okay, that sounds like good praise. What is this checklist? Boys who are turned into weapons so they become monstrous, but they're secretly soft, heartfelt marshmallows inside. That's cute. Girls with swords, and they get very angry when the sword is taken off of them. Gods that sometimes walk the earth and mess about with humans. All right. Whole analyzation of what makes you a monster. Okay. I'm intrigued. 5 stars, 3 stars. Oh, Huck is currently reading it. Huck's channel name is, oh shoot. Man, I can't remember what her channel name is. Oh, I bet if I click here. You guys should totally check her out. I just started watching her a few months ago and I really like her videos. Badger Reads. That's what her channel name is. I like her videos. Go find her. So I'm interested in reading this, but how many books? Oh, quite a few. All right, I'll leave it on the shelf for now. All right, Rage of Dragons. I feel like everybody and their mom has been talking about this book. I know Murphy just read it recently and loved it. I'm very intrigued. It is unfinished though, and Daniel really liked it too. Uh-oh. Jocelyn gave it 1 star. My friend Rachel gave it 4. 1, 2. Oh yeah, Joshana wanted to like it, but she did not. So I really don't know what I'm going to think of it. Drew is asking if there's any read-along type things that I might do on my channel in the near future. I hadn't really planned on it, but if there's interest in things like that, I guess there is. I am judging for the BookTube SFF Awards, so I'm going to be reading all of those books that I'm judging. So I could maybe do some read-alongs for that. That's not a bad idea. I don't know how I would set it up though, like where I would set up chats. If you have any thoughts, like where you would like to participate in chats, whether that's like on Voxer or Instagram or I don't know. I don't know. Rage of Dragons was cheap on Amazon. I'll have to take a look at that. You're Jennifer, you're reading Rage of Dragons right now? Is that what you're saying? It's really helpful, just so you guys know, if you put the title of the book in whenever you leave comments or put chats in, because of the lag time between when I see the comment and what book I'm on. I hope you're liking it if you are reading it right now. Okay, Nikki asked, how do you add friends on Goodreads? Is that what you're asking? If you can find their profile, you can add them. Okay, someone suggested Discord. So I don't have like my own Discord server. I'm not that cool. Okay, but Sarah also recommended Bizan, which I did use for the first time recently. Maybe I would do that. The only thing, there was a few things that I liked about the Bizan app and a few things that I didn't. But I think for the purpose of a read along like that, maybe I could do something like that. It's not a bad idea. Thanks for the ideas, guys. Okay, Rage of Dragons. This is going to go on my TBR shelf. When is the next book coming out? I've heard mostly good things about it, but also a little bit mixed. July comes out this summer. I wonder how many books it's going to be. Oh, you downloaded the Byzance app, Drew? I use it a little bit for a couple books that I was reading. I wish it had like a friend feature or like a way to make your discussions, I don't want to say private, but like, you know, for a specific group of people or something that's all like public, anybody can join, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Let's see who's read it. Oh, I already did this. I'm going to put this on TBR series unfinished. Game of Thrones meets Gladiator. That sounds so cool. There will come a darkness. Perfect for fans of Throne of Glass, Children of Blood and Bone, and Ember in the Ashes. I love an Ember in the Ashes. Children of Blood and Bone was decent. It was good. Throne of Glass I didn't like. So, let's see. A prince exiled from his kingdom, a ruthless killer known as the Pale Hand. That's interesting. A once faithful leader torn between his duty and his heart. Oh, I love that. That's a trope I love. Reckless gambler with the power to find anything or anyone, and a dying girl on the verge of giving up. Okay, okay. Not enough people use Byzans. Yeah, the chats, yeah, they're not super active. That's definitely for sure. Oh, you have There Will Come a Darkness. Well, I hope you like it, and if you do like it, you should tell me. Second book is coming out this year, and there's going to be a third book. All right, well, I'll leave this on the shelf for now. Poison Wars by Sam Hawke. Second book is coming out this year. Perfect for fans of Robin Hobb, Naomi Novik, and Scott Lynch. That sounds really interesting. Oh, winner of the 2018 Aurealis Award. So it's got a lot of awards for works exploring issues of gender, disability, race, or class. I don't know if that's talking about this specific book or if that's talking about the author had other things that won those awards. Okay, this came out from Tor. Gave her quite a few Realm of the Elderlings vibes. I like that. Uh-oh. Sam DNF'd it. Recommends it for fans of Hobb. Like the sound of that. I feel like if I had to put this on a shelf, like on one of my other shelves, it would be my probably shelf. So for now, I'll leave it here, but I'm very interested. Hey, Rachel, I'm glad you could make it, even if it's just for a few minutes. Oh, Myths and Mayhem, you want to read that book? I hope you find it somewhere. If you read it and like it, you should let me know. So I'm pretty sure that I want to read this. Actually, I think this is probably going to stay on the shelf because it's probably not going to be the first Juliet Marillier I read. And after I read other Juliet Marillier, if I decide I want to read it, then I'll put it on my TBR shelf, I think. A young woman is both a bard and a warrior in this thrilling historical fantasy from the author of Seven Waters. I really want to read Seven Waters. If any of you guys have read it, let me know what you thought. It's got decent reviews, I think. Clever book with interesting main characters. Nice. Yeah, I think I want to read this. But I'll leave it on my unfinished series shelf for now. A Curse So Dark and Lonely. That's been something a lot of people have liked. Okay, Jim Butcher. I've never read any Jim Butcher. Don't know if this is the one that I'm going to start with. All right, there's a sequel with an unknown date. The last book came out in 2015. That's not a good sign. Okay, it says 2020. Interesting. I'm leaving this on unfinished series. I really am unsure if I want to read that or not. This author, I think this is a debut, and I believe this is a YouTuber who wrote a fantasy book, right? Yes. I don't watch his videos, but I've heard of him. It's a lot of subscribers. Okay, so we don't know if there's more to the series yet. It's a lot of 5-star books or 5-star ratings. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this. Oh, look. Did you guys see that? Where'd it go? What is this shelving system? uh, I hope Heather's not watching this, whoever she is, because I don't mean to, like, not that I'm making fun of or, like, I guess bring attention to, but I'm so curious. 9B, I think we've seen a 9C and a 9M. What do these letters mean? Oh, you love the Codex Alera. I think that might be where I start with Jim Butcher because I've heard good things about that. I'm a little mixed on the Dresden Files. Like I haven't read them. I've heard good things, but I've also heard some not good things either, or just like things that I don't think would be up my alley. So I hope you like it though. Okay, this one is staying here. This one. Shad is a funny YouTuber and I like his channel, but I haven't read the book yet. Well, I hope you like the book when you read it. This one I feel like I'm going to put on my TBR shelf because I've heard really good things about it. Compared to Outlander and the Mists of Avalon, thrilling first novel of a debut trilogy. Oh, is this not fantasy? Oh, wait. Maybe it has some magic. Oh, we've got another endorsement for Codex Alera. I've heard good things about it. Okay, so there is magic. Very cool sounding though, and I've heard good things about it. My friend Julie gave it 5 stars. Oh yeah, this was the book that she randomly, I remember her telling me about this book. See, lots of people have liked it. Oh my gosh, I really want to read this. Okay, but how many books are going to be? Is it going to be more than one? Oh yeah, it's going to be a trilogy. That's what. Okay. This needs to go on my TBR series unfinished because I definitely want to read it. War Girls. I've heard good things about this one. Sci-fi, futuristic, Black Panther inspired Nigeria. Let's see. Second book coming out this year. The Mists of Avalon is one of your all-time favorite books. I haven't read it. I don't think I'm going to, but that's good to know. I definitely am interested in trying some more King Arthur retellings. There was a series that I read when I was like in middle school called The Lost Years of Merlin. Has anybody read those? They were really good from what I remember. I really like them. Hmm. All right. I can stay here. And I remember people talking about this. It's a middle grade and it sounds really cute. Looks like the last book is already out. It's a middle grade, but I don't know. Like I'm kind of interested, but there's a lot of other middle grade series that I'm more interested in. So I don't know. Hmm. I think it's a maybe if I'm being realistic. Sometimes it's hard to be realistic. I just want to read all the things. But realistically, I don't know if I'll get to this one. Okay, A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I feel like everybody and their mom has been talking about this book and that they really liked it. So I'm definitely really interested in this one. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. but the main character has cerebral palsy, and it's like a portal fantasy. And which, I don't know, doesn't necessarily sound like something I would like, but a lot of people have really liked it. Oh, Haley didn't like it. Interesting. Melanie gave it 3 stars. What? I feel like so many people really liked it. Okay, 4 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars, 2 stars. Yeah, I'm really not sure what I'm going to think of this book. I think there's a chance I will like it, but I think there's also a chance that I'll think it's just like, okay, like a 3-star book. How many books are going to be in this series? At least 3. So I think I'm at least going to want to try the first book. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on my TBR shelf. All right, we're coming up on the last 20 minutes of the live stream. So we got a few more we can do. This one I've only recently been hearing about. Hey Shannon, thanks for joining. I think I'm only going for like another 20 minutes though, so sorry. You'll have to catch the replay. Justine from I Should Read That, that's her channel name. She was talking about this book. She really I think she's read both the first book and the second one. Maybe not. She might have had an arc of the second one. She does read arcs. But maybe she was just saying she's excited for the second one. But I thought this sounded really good. So dragons have disappeared, but they've built boats out of dragon bones, which sounds really cool. You're so excited for the bone ships. Have you read it yet, Myths and Mayhem, or you're excited to read it? Oh no, Kitty G didn't like it. I really enjoyed the last series by RJ. What is that? This is other series? Oh, and that's on my TBR series shelf, which that shelf I need to do some cleaning up because I know there's some series on there that I'm more lukewarm about that need to go like on my probably and maybe shelves. That'll be what we do after we finish this unfinished series shelf. Okay, so not a lot of people have read it. Robin Hobb gave it 5 stars. Interesting. I feel like I really want to read this. Even though I don't know that much about it, just the few things that I have heard about it makes me want to read it. So it's going on my TBR shelf. A River of Royal Blood. Is there more to this yet? Yeah, I really want to read it too. All right, the next book is supposed to come out this year. I think I'm keeping this on the shelf. I don't know that many people that have read it. Okay. I feel like someone was telling me about this book recently. Don't know if there's going to be more. It says that it's a series. Who's read it? Oh, just Shauna. Maybe that's who I heard talk about it. 4 stars, 4 stars. It turns the chosen one trope on its head while also featuring complex character and hilarious dialogue. That sounds really good. Well, I think I'm going to leave this on the shelf for now. Danielle L. Jensen. I've been wanting to read books by her. The translator, I thought she wrote in English. I'm confused. Because didn't she write, yeah, the Stolen Songbird series? Do these have a translator? No. Am I looking at a non-English? I'm so confused. Whatever. Okay, what if you fell in love with the one person you'd sworn to destroy? Oh, enemies to lovers. Oh, Miss and Mayhem, you're reading Fate of the Fallen right now? How funny. I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, Shannon, you think you've heard good things about it because of the non-chosen one thing? Yeah, I think that's probably why it's on my radar too. I think it came up when I asked for recommendations on Twitter for chosen one tropes with a prophecy involved. So, okay, let's see. It has a second book. It's a duology. Looks like the second book is already out, published. That looks like past tense. February 27th. It's a Thursday. Oh, maybe just because it's the Audible. Okay, that's really weird. The Audible book came out today, but the Kindle edition isn't coming out until September. That's strange. I don't know how accurate that is. Sometimes Goodreads isn't very accurate. Has anybody read the first book? Riley gave it 4.5 stars. That's good. 4, 5, 4. That sounds promising. Not a lot of other people have read it that I know. I'm just going to leave it on this shelf for now. I'm going to pretend that the second book isn't out yet because I don't want to decide. I don't know. I mean, I think it would just go on my maybe shelf if I was deciding. So I'll leave it here for now. Okay, this just came out and it's definitely unfinished. Not a lot of ratings. I'm going to leave that here. I definitely feel like we're getting to the part where most of these are like unfinished series. It's just a matter of, do I want to read them or not? These are also, some of these are new releases, so there's not a lot of reviews out and stuff for me to really make decisions based on. Yeah. So a bunch of these are just going to stay here. Ooh, I've been hearing really good things about this book. Has anybody read it? I don't actually know what it's about, but I think it made somebody cry. Okay, it's a YA fantasy duology. Perfect for fans of Sarah J. Maas, Sabaa Tahir, and Leigh Bardugo. I like 2 of those authors. I don't know if this is a debut or not. No. Oh yeah, she wrote the Timekeepers series, which I feel like I've heard good things about. Is that it's on my maybe shelf? Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this here. We'll decide after the second book comes out. I really want to read this. Shannon, do you remember, or did you tell me that you read this, or you read something by this author? I don't remember. Oh, probably UK and US dates, Rachel says, about the audiobook versus ebook dates I was looking at for the last book. That makes sense. I wish there was an easier way to tell which ones were US and which ones were UK for when I do like my anticipated releases video, which by the way, I've started planning my next one. So if you guys have recommendations of things that are coming out in March, April, or May that I should be thinking about, definitely let me know. You can put it in the chat or just like DM me on Instagram or Twitter. I pretty much have all my books already picked out, but they're not set in stone because I haven't filmed it yet. Scavenge is inspired by Monte Cristo. Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, Shannon, you said that you were interested in it. Yeah, definitely interested in it. Inuit mythology. Sounds really cool. Has anybody read this? Let's see. Oh, none of my friends have read it. Well, it's going to stay on the shelf. Well, this one has a cover. I like the cover. But is there a date? October. Cool. All right. This book, is this even out? Oh yeah, it just came out. I think sounds really interesting, but I'm just barely starting to hear people give reviews on it. Okay, 5 stars, 5 stars. Rachel Marie is currently reading it. 4 stars, 3 stars. I'm really intrigued by this book, and I think I definitely want to read it, but I don't know if I've heard enough people say that they loved it for me to actually put it on my TBR shelf. So I think I'm going to leave it here for now, but I don't know. I do think I really want to read that. All right, we are almost done. I think I have 16. Oh, hold on. I'm just going to, because I moved things off of the last page, I feel like this page got smaller. So I'm going to go back to this page. Where were we? Just want to make sure that I'm not skipping books. Yep, see, a bunch of these got moved to this page. I'm just going to do one more round, like another 5 books. And then next time we should be able to finish up this shelf and move on to a different series shelf. So let's see. I will stop there. This is a new book that just came out that sounds interesting. Drawing inspiration from Bolivian politics and history. That's different. Oh, you heard a Book Olive talk about it? Oh, I missed a few chats. Oh, book 2 of The Haunted by Danielle Vega is coming out. Yeah, I think it is coming out sometime this year, but not sure when. I don't think it's in the next 3 months. I don't remember seeing it on my Goodreads shelf. Unless I don't have that book on my Goodreads shelf, which is a possibility. Yeah, the unspoken name sounds really cool, huh? Yeah, Woven in Moonlight. It sounds good. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I missed that video. She gave it 5 stars. Oh yeah, and she got to write a review, which is cool. 3, 5, 5, 4. I'm gonna leave it on my unfinished series shelf. This one also is gonna stay on this shelf. I didn't realize it's gonna be a quartet though. I am interested. I do want to read more Roshani Chokshi. I don't think I've read any of her books yet. Yeah. But I'm going to be reading this one very soon because it was nominated for the BookTube SFF Awards. So we'll see what I think about that. All right, Connor gave it 4 stars. I feel like I would probably like this. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it on this shelf. This doesn't sound familiar at all. Okay, so it's very unfinished. There's going to be 4 books. I don't think I've heard about this book. I mean, obviously I heard about it from somewhere because that's how it ends up. Oh, I totally thought it was going to be adult, but it looks like it's YA. You can't always trust the Goodreads shelving, though. stars, 5 stars. I need more people to read this and tell me if it was good. Sounds interesting. Oh, Shannon, is that the original mythology, the Hindu mythology? Interesting. I don't know if I want to read this. I've heard not great things about this book, but I don't know. Sasha Alberg liked it. Alsberg. I don't know if that means a lot to me. Yeah. What did it say? 2020? It's gonna be a trilogy. All right, I won't decide now. Star Wars inspired. The book I'm reading right now has a character named Prax. The ratings are not ideal. I don't think I'm really all that interested in this. Oh well, it'll stay on the shelf for now. I'm going to mark it as failed rating test because it's got mostly 3 stars. Space opera. Yeah, I don't know about that. Fire and Blood. This is definitely going on my TBR. I don't know what else is planned for this. Fire and Blood Part 2. Who knows if that'll ever come out. I know I've heard mixed things about this because it's not necessarily, I think it's more like of a history book and not necessarily like a story. So I think going into it knowing that it's not like a narrative will help me to enjoy it more. Definitely some mixed feelings about it out there. But I mean, I feel like I have to read this at some point. Just not anytime soon. All right, I guess we'll call it a day. I need to remember that we are stopping at Dark Age. So we've got like the rest of these to go through, and then there were like 16 on the next page. So definitely going to finish. Oh, I was confused for a second. I was like, Elantris is an unfinished series, but yeah, it definitely is because he's planning on writing more. But yeah, next time I think we'll be able to finish going through my unfinished series shelf. And then I think after that, we're going to go through my TBR series shelf. Like, I don't feel a need to go through this TBR series unfinished because this is a new shelf that I just created a couple of live streams ago. So everything on there should be accurate. So then I think next we'll go through the TBR series shelf. And that should take a while because there's a lot on there. And like I said earlier, there's a lot on there that are probably more like maybes and probablys, but I just kept them on my series shelf. But now I'm going to want to separate them as long as they are completed series, which there might even be some series on there that aren't completed that I put in the wrong place or whatever. So that's what we're going to be doing next time is finishing out the shelf. We've got about 20 to 30 books to go through, and then we will start on this series shelf. So I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Thanks for joining me. I do these once a month, and I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like people say that they like either watching along or it like motivates them to organize their own Goodreads shelf, which is always nice to hear. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a good week and we'll have a good weekend. TGIF almost. And I will talk to you later. Bye guys. Thanks for joining me.